Welcome back to the Casual Game Hobbyist. We are continuing on with Nebraska's 2025 season and following Coach Nathan Moore, the offensive coordinator for Nebraska, as his team takes on Georgia in the Peach Bowl in this college football playoff semifinal. Win and move on to the national championship game. That's what Coach Moore and Nebraska are hoping to do today as we see the Georgia Bulldogs run out. Essentially a home game for Georgia in the Peach Bowl here in Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. But before we get to the game, let's take a quick review of how we got here. We played in the Rose Bowl last week and won that quarterfinal game, so we move on to the semifinals and the Peach Bowl play in Georgia. Close game against Texas Tech, won by 2, but hey, at this point in the season, all you gotta do is win. And we had a Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week in our middle linebacker. And that win sets us up to play in the semifinal at the Peach Bowl against Georgia. We take a look at the whole college football playoff bracket. On the other end of the other side of the semifinal is Texas taking on number 2 South Carolina. So if we win, if we beat Georgia, we will either be playing Arch Manning and Texas, or we'll be playing South Carolina and North Sellers. All right, as we covered in the last episode, where Coach Nathan Moore is taking a head coaching job at Missouri. And so, as being the top dog there, one of the things we have to do is hire our staff. So looking for an offensive coordinator. I want somebody who has a pipeline that is not the same as mine. Somebody who calls offense and knows offense similar in the same way that I do. And I think the best bet here is going to be Greg Harbaugh Jr. with the multiple offensive scheme. And his pipeline is Michigan. Mine is East Texas. And so we're going to make an offer to Harbaugh Jr. there. And on the defensive side, looking for, Kane Womack there's got a 4-2-5 defensive scheme. Same scheme that Coach Moore likes to run if he's calling defense. And he's also got a Missouri pipeline, which will help being at Missouri. So we're going to put offers out to both of them. And looking at head coaching moves nationally, Steve Sarkisian moving on from Texas to Michigan. Dabo Swinney from Clemson to Alabama. Shane Beamer leaving number 2 South Carolina to go to Clemson. Kalani Sitake, BYU to USC. So 3 of the 4 teams in the semifinal are going to have new coaches next year. I guess not head coaches. Nebraska is... Matt Rule will stay in place, but on the other side of the bracket, both South Carolina and Texas will have new head coaches next year, with both Steve Sarkisian and Shane Beamer moving on. Funny enough, Lane Kiffin moving from Ole Miss to Texas. But enough of that, enough of the pregame stuff. Let's get to the game. There's Matt Rule leading out the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I think a defensive battle here today against 2 of the nation's top defenses. Georgia about to run onto the field here. The Bulldogs have a very strong defense. Our triple option attack is going to have to keep them on their toes all game if we have any hope of winning. Pre-game festivities over. Everybody's out in the field. Let's go ahead and get this game started. And the Nebraska offense is going to take the ball down 7 here in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from the 25. Play clock winding down. Raiola keeps it to the right, picks up a couple. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. Wing bone formation for Nebraska. Give to Lindenmeyer up the middle, picks up 3. Luke Lindenmeyer has been a staple of this offense. Tight end turn fullback, flip out to a wide open halfback out to the right. The throw leads him out of bounds, so it's going to bring up a 4th down and a punt. Georgia gets the ball, turns the ball over. Again, our Nebraska defense is just dominant this year. And so we're going to start this from the 29. Immediately lose 2 yards on the first play. 2nd and 12. Run with Emmett Johnson, the Doak Award winner. He picks up 8. Gets us to 3rd and 4 from the 24. Lindenmeyer takes it up the middle. Bounces right, bounces left. Gets the first down. Gets Nebraska into the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 14. Fake. Raiola rolls out right. He's going to keep it himself. Picks up the first down. Can't quite get to the end zone. Gets knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line. Nebraska comes out in the power eye. Run up the middle. Loss of a yard. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 4. Give to Lindenmeyer up the middle. Absolutely nothing. In fact, he loses a yard. So we are 3rd and goal from the 5. Play action pass, rolling out left. Has a man with the step, but overthrows the receiver, Dane Key. So that's going to bring up 4th and goal from the 5. Raiola drops back. No time to throw. Had to make a faster decision there. Gets sacked for a loss of 6 and a turnover on downs. Gabe Harris Jr. coming off the edge. Picks up his first sack and Georgia's first sack of the game. Luckily, no damage done other than some points off the board for us. Nebraska gets the ball back. Raiola keeps it on the read option, no gain. Raiola again keeps it. He's going to run left, flips out to the left to Quinton Ives, who picks up 10 yards and the first down. So 1st and 10 from the 48. Sorry, from the 38. 8 minutes and 30 seconds here left in the first half. Big haul for Emmett Johnson. Gets us 17 yards on that scamper. And Nebraska is once again knocking on the end zone. Pass over the middle to Uzziah Hunter. Picks up 10 and a first down. Now we are in the end zone. Motion to the right, back out to the left. Give to Johnson up the middle, and there's nothing there. Maybe picks up half a yard. Not much at all. Raiola takes it, speed option out to the left, the flip out to Johnson, loses 2. So on 3rd and 12 here, just over 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Raiola takes the snap, and after faking the handoff, just no time to do anything, gets sacked again. Gonna bring out the field goal team. Nebraska's gonna take the 3 points, cut this to a 4-point game. Georgia 7, Nebraska 3, and we take a look at the ticker there. South Carolina is currently up on Texas, 14-3. So a couple low-scoring games. After a turnover, we get the ball back in prime field position. Start this drive with the 19. Raiola picks up 6. 2nd and 4, give to Johnson up the middle, picks up the first down after a 5-yard run. 1st and goal from the 9. Motion out to the right, give to Lindenmeyer up the middle. Tough run, picks up 4, gets the ball to the 5. Raiola takes a snap, drops back, finds his man on the outside. Can't quite get to the goal line. Tackle, they're pushed out of bounds about a yard and a half short. The 3rd down, the give to Lindenmeyer. Loses half a yard, so it'll be 4th and goal from the 2. Nebraska's going for it again. The 2nd time going for it on 4th down. And the 2nd time, Georgia's defense comes up huge and stops our offense, leading to a turnover on downs. So we'll get the ball back with 22 seconds left here in the second half. The pass out to Ives. Short of the first down, we're going to have to call a timeout, our last timeout. So that makes it 2nd and 1, 18 seconds left. Raiola takes a snap, drops back, throws it deep to Key on the outside. Incomplete pass, but there is a flag on the play, and it looks like it's going to be against Georgia. And after that pass interference call, it's going to be 15 yards and a first down. Moving the ball to the 34, getting closer to field goal range. Raiola takes it himself, picks up the first down, and with 6 seconds left, the clock temporarily stops. Raiola gets the snap, just throws the ball away to stop the clock, and with 1 second left, the field goal team comes out, puts it right down the middle to make this a 1-point game going into halftime. And after halftime, that is what the score will remain as Nebraska gets the ball back. 7-6. pass out to the left, picks up 6. So from the 14-yard line, Nebraska is faced with a 2nd and 4. Give to Lindenmeyer up the middle. Picks up the first down, gets out to the 22. A little breathing room for Nebraska as Raiola drops back. Hits Emmett Johnson, who is wide open on the drag route, picks up huge yardage, gets the ball all the way to the Georgia 39-yard line, picks the first down and a lot more. This drive is looking good so far for Nebraska. The fake to Lindenmeyer and the keeper for Raiola picks up 5. Again, coming out in the power eye, the fake and the give to Emmett Johnson up the middle, picks up the first down. Close to the red zone. This snap will occur at the 22-yard line. Raiola drops back, finds Key on the out route, picks up 9. This will be 2nd and 1 from the 13. Just under 5 minutes left in the third. Give to Lindenmeyer, Mr. Reliable, picks up the first down. We look at the scorebook there. It's still South Carolina 14, Texas 3. The run up the middle picks up 1. So on 2nd and goal from the 8, Raiola drops back, rolls out to the right, can't find anybody. Just kind of gets rid of the ball. Thankfully, an incomplete pass and not a fumble. It's going to stop the clock with 3 minutes and 42 seconds left in the third. Raiola drops back once more, finds his tight end over the middle. Can't get to the end zone, so on 4th and goal from the 1, Matt Rule elects to take the points, knowing this is a defensive struggle. With the field goal, Nebraska takes the lead 9-7. And an update on the South Carolina-Texas game. South Carolina is still up, this time up 21-17 in the third quarter, so Texas is within striking distance. Just like Georgia's been striking distance here, only a 2-point lead for Nebraska. Johnson off the toss to the left, picks up a couple. So it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 42. Fake to Johnson, nothing for Raiola. Can't find anything, makes a dangerous pass over the middle. We have an injury timeout. Unfortunately, our award-winning halfback, Emmett Johnson, he's been kind of banged up towards the latter half of the season. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish this game or not. He is injured. On 3rd and 7, Raiola fakes it, makes a very dangerous pass out to Dane Key. Incomplete, probably should have been intercepted. So on 4th down, punt team comes out. Flips the field, and after a fumble, we'll take the ball back over from the 32. Immediately pick up 7 yards. And so from the Georgia 25, it'll be 2nd and 3 to give to Quentin Ives. Does not get brought down by the first defender. Is able to pick up 5 yards and the first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. The flip out to Ives, and he picks up a big block. Gets a 20-yard touchdown run. Touchdown Nebraska. Going to make it 15-7. 16 if Matt Rule elects to take the extra points. But a great run from Quentin Ives. Good toss from Raiola. And that leads to the Nebraska touchdown. And after the extra point, it's 16-7 Nebraska. A 9-point game. A 2-possession game, importantly. And after yet another fumble by Georgia, we get great field position after a 7-yard run. We'll take the 2nd down snap at the 29. Nothing doing there, 5-yard loss, so 3rd and long. With 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Good completion for 6 yards. Can't quite get the first down, so we'll take another 3 points, pushing our lead out further. 19-7. Nebraska 12-point lead with just over 6 minutes left in the game. Surely that has to be enough with this dominant defense, but not so fast. Georgia goes down and scores, makes it a 5-point game, makes it a 1-possession game with a little over 3 minutes left in the game. Good run by Lindenmeyer, picks up the first down. That's going to go a long way towards trying to ice this game. It looks like Texas is taking the lead 24-21. Against South Carolina. And after a first down run of no gain, Georgia takes the 2nd time out with 3 minutes and 17 seconds left. Raiola, I form, the flip out to Quinn Ives, absolutely nothing there. Just a defender running downhill to make that tackle. So on 3rd and 14, Raiola takes the snap. Can't find anybody that he likes. Gets sacked. Gonna bring up a 4th and 20 and the punt team. After a decent punt, a pretty good run back, and Georgia's going to have good field position, but can't do anything with it. So with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left, our offense will take back over, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute timeout. And after the 2-minute timeout, 2nd and 11, run by Ives to the left, picks up 3. We are just trying to keep that clock ticking. Georgia has no timeouts. We're going to take this as far down as we can. With 1:20 left, take the snap, and that's going to do it. Lindenmeyer picks up the first down that's going to ice this game. And after Neal, Nebraska are your Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl champions. A score of 19-14, a 5-point win over the Georgia Bulldogs. Nebraska comes in, technically the home team, but in reality, the away team. This game being so close to Athens. Big win, obviously, in this college football playoff semifinal. Team is going to move on to the national championship, where I think we're going to be playing Texas, but we'll wait and see. One more time, the 2025 Nebraska Cornhuskers, your Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl champions. If you enjoyed this, join us for the next one, where we are going to play for the national championship and Coach Nathan Moore's first year as offensive coordinator at Nebraska before he leaves to take the head coaching job at Missouri.